welcome to the first round of Season 9 in EU2. And it's lovely to be back. Today, of course, Blaze couldn't join me, but we've got a replacement, and a very good one. That's Pure Blades. Hello and welcome.
Thank you very much. It's good to be back. Always seem to be doing the first races of the season as a stand-in for someone. So, hopefully we get a good one.
I reckon it's a very good one. Bahrain is always jam-packed with action throughout. I always enjoy a bit of Bahrain, but what do you expect?
Well, yeah, it's a good track. Well, it's not... I was going to say it's an interesting strategy, but...
It's just a soft
strategies will vary, I think. Some people, obviously, will elect for the mediums in quali, but depends how confident you are in yourself, I suppose.
Definitely does. I know the soft medium is very, very possible from lap 5 as well. You can do pretty much the whole race on the medium tyre.
I wish I'd known that.
That's different for everyone. Depends on how the tyre saving is going to go, of course. The first man in Season 9 out on track is Two-Spell Wizard. And we're going to follow him for the first lap around. But before that, who do you reckon is going to be the top 3 for today?
I'd like to say that it's going to be either, well, any 3 of the 2 McLarens and the 2 Ferraris. However, I've got a feeling Jamie James and Jack Hawkey are going to be up there.
Of course.
And I couldn't tell you who's going to finish P3.
So
but
you know, it's very, very. The pace is very similar here.
I'll say Titch. Why not? Titch P3.
Titch P3. So the 2 McLarens P1, P2, and Titch P3.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go with a surprise podium. You know, I'm gonna go with Jamie James, Jack Hawkey, and this is the surprise here. I think it's going to be either Jay Wizzy or Charlie.
I thought that was Jamie James stopped on track for a moment there. It was Vapor King stopped coming out of I'll call it turn 4. I'm not sure if there's any damage on that Mercedes.
Oh, yeah.
No damage to talk about visually on the car.
There's no damage. No damage. He's been.
But he did have a nasty spin, so
yeah,
hopefully he manages to get those tyres back in the operating window.
Oh, yeah. Difficult,
and hopefully they're not too worn.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't want the warm tyres here. But Two-Spell now coming to cross the line. That's the first person to do so. What's it going to be? It is going to be a 127.5 solid banker. But I reckon we might see quite a few improvements.
Yeah, and talk about improvements on that. You look straight to this man, Jamie James. P7 right now, but obviously no time set coming down into turn 10.
Of course, on the medium tyre, Jamie, very quick. Last year's EU3 champion, of course. I think it was both in the Constructors and in the Drivers' Championship. Got pretty much every point in every race.
Good that you've got the stats, because I have no idea. Coming in to Sector 3 now, down this long straight. Gets on the curb a little bit as he punches towards the line. It's just about provisional pole. Didn't look like it out of the last corner. Got a bit on the curb on the inside. but manages to pull it out the bag.
Here comes fake Scouser though. He's going to grab a P3. 28.1 on the medium tyre. Jamie James almost 8/10 quicker.
Vapor King coming towards the line will be the next man to set a lap. He's 2/10 off fake Scouser.
And Charlie, 27.8. Jay Wissey and Blade sets the fastest lap of the race so far at 26.9. A solid banker from Ecos Blade.
It's a good start to his season. He's gone, 4/10 quicker than Jamie James. Obviously, the tyre difference is there, but I would say Jamie James will be looking to beat his teammate.
Yeah, Jamie James always. I mean, I think they were also teammates last season in EU3. Blade and Jamie James.
Very possibly. I mean, I'd ask Titch, but he's currently on an outlap, so... Resident stat man for driver pairings can't give us the information.
Next one coming through though, Matthew Robber. Had a podium last season in Sochi, and don't think he's been on the podium ever since, but this could definitely be the first time in season 9, of course.
Manages to avoid that curb on the inside. Going to be a 27.7, so just behind his teammate 2 spell. And
Big Bull's had a little spin there. Gotta love the name.
I'm not going to be able to do this with a straight face. And AJDW off the track down at Blank Curve, as it is affectionately known.
Yeah, that's a contractual spin corner. Very classic.
Titchy going very slowly. He's gonna start to speed up. I was gonna say, is he waiting for Stumpy? But Stumpy is a long way back, so Titch gonna go on to a flying lap on the soft tyres.
And I see this turn 1 though. Turn 1 can be a very difficult one here. You want to take a lot of curb on the outside. Don't want to touch the curb on the inside. And then you want to cut the corner there on the left, just about not getting a invalidation. Titchy does very well there. Sector 1. It's going to be a 28.1. So he's looking forward to a... I mean, that's going to be around... Oh yeah, well that's going to be around top 5, isn't it?
Yeah, and he's a very brave man using the outside curb there. We've seen that a few times already this week. That can just spear you off into the barrier on the left. So, lucky to get away with that. We'll be hoping to make that count.
And definitely going through. Yeah, auto spin corner. Fastest middle sector though, Titchy. Could we see a pole lap here already? Or a provisional pole lap here from the Ferrari man?
He's going to have to do a hell of a lot to unseat the Hasses, and as I say that, Racer straight into the mix. The Aston Martin driver putting it on pad, and there is Titch.
And there he is, P1 provisionally for Titchy. Very close field from P1 down to P3. 1/10 in it.
Absolutely.
Half a tenth in it. Even better.
We've got his teammate Stumpy coming around the last corner now. He's punching to the line. What's it going to be for the other Ferrari? It's provisional pole. So it's a Ferrari 1-2.
Yeah.
At the minute.
Got to get used to that.
Yeah, well.
And I think that's Jamie James who starts his lap. He's going to be looking to set the provisional pole time as well.
He's on brand new set of softs, so we'll be looking to go, I would say. Now, I'm mixing up because I've done Hungary and Bahrain in the last few days, and I can't remember what tyre delta is what. So, it could be 1.1 seconds, it could be a bit less. Who knows?
I think it's about 1.2.
As he comes down into the hairpin at turn 8. Track rises and then drops again into a double apex left-hander. She navigates nicely, just clipping the curb. DRS wide open. To use a Brundle classic, the letterbox on the rear wing. Coming into blank curve, will he manage to keep the car pointing in the right direction? Of course he does. It's the fastest sector 2. Manages to not invalidate on the inside, although he was very close. Into the final corner. Clips a little bit of the curb on the inside. And I believe this is going to be provisional pole. And it is by about 2.5 tenths.
Strong lap there.
Absolutely, a very strong lap from Jamie James. What can Jack Hawkey do? And there he is.
Straight up to
P2 for Jack Hawkey.
No surprise there. Red Bull merchant, as you could say. He's been in the Red Bull for, I think, both seasons, or all seasons he's been part of. But, yeah, strong lap from Jack, strong lap from Jamie. But I reckon we might see a few times under 26.
And I believe that was an Aston Martin putting himself in the mix. It was, Wisey Boy, jumping up to P4 there with a 26.6. And Roland, the captain, into the last corner. What will he be able to do? The other Red Bull, Jay Wizzy, puts it on pole with a 26 dead.
And Profoda's 1 second behind in P9. And I think that is Jay Wizzy, pretty much the favourite now.
I'm sure Jamie James is going to have something to say about that, but he's going to need to find 3 tenths. So
here comes the big balls. Up into P3. 26.4.
Splits Jamie James and Jack.
Yeah,
it's a good lap from Big Balls.
Yeah.
I'm going to be having strong words with Matt about the placement of that man, because if I'm going to be commentating for the first 3 races, I don't think I'll be able to get through them.
Well, just going to have to try it. And who was that? What's that? Stumpy? No, who was it?
I think it was AJDW.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
P7 for that man. And is that Matty Robbo now? No. Who is that? It's Don Amo. No, it's not. Oh, and Don Amo sets the fastest middle sector here. Now, this could be a surprise here. He's not set a lap yet. But he's going to come around now. Final 2 corners, as it is. There he goes through. Seems to be quite clean, takes a lot, but he's going to box. That's interesting.
I assume he'll want to be trying to come back out. I'm not sure what the timing's like, whether we've still got a glitch or not, but
yeah,
he's going to be cutting it extremely close. But as you see, people coming out for their final laps now.
Futiao, he doesn't care. He's going to set a lap, and he's going to be P5. A 1.3 second improvement.
Good lap for the Williams man on what I believe to be his debut, but don't quote me on that.
No, he had a few races in last season. He was very unlucky. Jeddah, he got a drive-through, but of course, because it was safety car galore, he could not serve it. and ended up getting disqualified.
There we go. Info from the actual commentator. As Matty Robbo didn't even notice that. Hello, McLaren.
Oh yes, P2. Now 2 spell.
Wizard, what have you got for me? Nothing. That's great.
But look at how close the timing tables are. That is brilliant. Something you love to see.
Looking like it's going to be split between James. Well, I'm going to split my viewing between James and Jack anyway. Jay Wizzy also out on track, so...
Yeah, I reckon we're going to start off with Jammy as he's going to start his lap. He's going to be looking to set the pole lap here. If he can. Still exactly 3/10 behind Jay Wizzy now. Starts his lap. Turn 1 though, crucial to set up the good lap. Ooh, slight wheel spin on the exit there. Keeps it though.
Yeah, back end just stepping out for the Haas there. Not ideal, but we'll see where he is after Sector 1.
And that's a strong Sector 1. Half a tenth quicker. Oh! And that's going to be his qualifying over.
What about Jack Hawkey? He's a tenth up on his time. So we shall see what he can do.
Of course, not locking up. But here comes, it's going to be needing a good middle sector here. And that's decent.
Gets very close to that inside curb.
Yeah, almost a bit too close. As we saw, of course, Marcel Kiefer going straight over the curb. I doubt anyone's going to try that. It is a homicide to yourself.
As Vapor King, as I mentioned earlier, slapping himself on the outside curb out of the S's, and that is what it does to you.
And that is Jack Hawkey up into P2. Now the question is, does Jay Wizzy want to extend his lead? Because I definitely think he can. We're going to see his second sector very shortly.
He's about half a tenth up through Sector 1. He definitely seems to be going for it, so...
Jay Wizzy, very, very quick. Also a tenth up here. It's going to be a sub 25 time. 26 time.
Is this a power play to assert dominance from Jay Wizzy?
Could be. We're going to see as he goes through the penultimate corner. And then the last corner, he's going to go to the finish line. And I reckon it's going to be even more pole than it was before. It's a 25.9. Cements his pole position.
What has Big Balls got? I don't think he's got anything. I think he's 3.5 tenths down. We shall see, though.
Or maybe
through the last braking zone in the last corner. No, he pulls into the pits.
Very late, though. Fair enough in qualifying, but you don't want to see that in the race, of course.
Nothing from Lewis, so that is going to be it for qualifying.
Yeah, very, very interesting qualifying, of course. Now, finally getting to see what the pace is like in EU2. And it looks like it's going to be a big battle between... I'm going to say the championship battle is going to be Jammy James and Jay Wizzy. Because we know Jammy James on his day is absolutely blistering. And Jay Wizzy just cementing his pole even more than before. I think that's about 2.5 tenths from P2. So, strong laps today. Very strong laps. It's a UK top 5. Love to see it.
With the surprise qualifier. Not to say that I called that he was going to be in the top 3 or anything, but surprised to see Matt there. And please don't take offence to that, Matt.
Yeah, that was a very strong qualifying for Matt there. Matty absolutely showing his brilliance in that McLaren. Absolute massive top speed. But we know the top 5. P6, Badkins. P7, Big Balls. P8, Footy. P9, Racer. P10, Dynamo. P11, Titchy. P12, Stumpy. AJ. P13, Fake Scars. P14, Kelster Swag. P15. And I didn't see the rest.
I also didn't see the rest. I know Roland was down there, possibly P19.
Yeah, but I think without a safety car, the alternate strategy could be very, very strong.
Very possibly, but we shall have to see, because it's improved recently, but this game tends to be safety car galore.
And especially a track like Bahrain, you see a safety car on pretty much every crush. Or at least close to it. Actually, you know what? I've got the grid order here. So, Fake Scouser P14, Kelster Swag P15, Electric Blade or Ecos Blade P16, Two Spell P17, Profodis P18, Charlie P19 and Vapor King in P20. He did not set a lap, sadly. But that is the grid order for today. And it's going to be interesting to see what this race has to offer.
Absolutely, and the lobby seems to be very slow today. I'm not sure what it is, but very slow indeed.
Oh yeah, it is looking. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. I'm just going to keep my mouth closed. Of course, not the first time we've had it. Oh, and there was it. No glitch. Of course, people just doing their strategy. That is the mistake I didn't realise that we were doing.
Obviously, yeah. It's been that long since I've done this. I'm used to sitting on the grid.
Yeah, I used to sit in P1 in it.
P2 last Monday night.
Yeah, of course, always on the front row.
Absolutely. I'd just like to remind people that if Matt wins this race, Danny has to shout "Kumquat" on the EU4 broadcast every time someone subscribes. So I think Jay and Jack just need to get out of the way and let Matt run his race, because that will be spectacular.
And in tribute to that, I think it's only appropriate if we follow Matty for the formation lap.
Let's have a look at tyre choice, because I haven't paid much attention. Right. So the top 10, as you should know by now, will start on the tyre they qualified on, which in this case was all soft tyres. And you got Titchy in P11 also electing for the softs. His teammate Stumpy P12 on the mediums. AJ on the softs. Fake Scouser on the mediums. So you've got two drivers on the softs, Kelster and Ecos Blade, with Wizard electing to go for a bit of an interesting strategy, but that is what the Wizard does on the hards. Roland on the softs in P18, then Charlie and Vapor King, the two Mercedes, at the back on mediums.
Interesting choice from Wizard there. Hard tyre is not really anything I like to see on Bahrain, or I like to use. It's more appropriate, as I say.
I would say that they are nothing to write home about.
Definitely.
And he's going to have to do a lot of aggressive tyre warming.
Yeah, that too, but also just in general, the race tyre, the medium are just so much faster. And definitely is possible to do a very easy, soft medium. From lap 8 onwards, or lap 5 even, you should be able to take the mediums home without any serious puncture territory. But we're going to go to Jay Wizzy, and I'm going to give you the honour.
Don't do this very often. I get to start a season. It's very exciting. So Jay Wizzy on the grid, just waiting for the Mercedes at the back to line up behind Roland, and we can get going.
Yeah, just waiting for the Welsh internet to kick in, and then we should be there. Of course, if you live on a mountaintop, the internet is just not going to be that great, but it seems to be working.
Oh, we've got some lights. We've got 5 lights on the grid in Bahrain. And we're away for the start of EU2 Season 9. Matty, there's a massive damage in the back.
No.
And what has gone on there?
I think Jack Hawkey I don't know what happened there. It's obviously a safety car, but we've already lost 4 or 5 drivers.
5 cars out on the grid.
Yeah, Jack Hawkey not retired, but he's still in the race. What?
Matty Robbo getting... I think we've got a bit of a glitch here.
Oh, I don't know.
Jack Hawkey was given a drive-through penalty a minute into the race.
No, I mean, he was still on the line. He was not moving off the line. I don't know what happened there. He's left the session now.
I'm not sure what's going on here. I think an admin might have to go and sort this out. I think the protocol is a lobby restart, but I'm not sure. Hilly suggested a lobby restart.
I think it's one of those where it wasn't a glitch, where it just happened and got to live with it, but of course not the ideal start, as we're already missing Tichy, Charlie, Vapor King, Fake Scouser and Batkins, and a lot of people with damage. We saw a flying AlphaTauri back there. I'm going to make sure I clip that afterwards. Jay Wissy.
Spod's already clipped it.
Brilliant. I think we're going to go for a restart.
Hilly says lobby restart, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go for a restart.
What a great start to Season 9.
I'm going to quit and make a new lobby. Well, that actually maybe not have been a clever choice, because, well, nonetheless, it's a lobby restart. But that was a very interesting start to see, to be honest. Not seen crashes like that ever, I think. Luckily, I did get a picture off the grid, so shouldn't be that much of a problem. As cause that was. I think we should just leave it on. Yeah. Alright, let me see who is on the attendance. Of course, Matty Robbo, but gotta get everyone in. Well, that's going to bring us a delay for tonight. However, I can be absolutely certain that the race is going to be a banger because now everyone is starting on a fresh tyre. That's it. And why should that be? I've already got 10 ready, so I reckon I just do the rest. Sure. Definitely. Shouldn't take that much longer. We'll be ready very shortly. Nah. Alright, well, how's everyone's night? Hope it's going lovely. Yeah, Radio COS, of course. Me, Marina Rat, and Pure Blades, your host for tonight. And we've got some tunes lined up for you. Bang on. And we're missing, I'm just getting 4 more in. Vapor King. Yeah, I could just about hear it. Ah. Well, fair enough. And then Wisey Boy was the last one. I can't remember if Wisey Boy is with a 420 after, but I reckon it is. Wisey Boy 12. Well, that's good. There you go. And that should be everyone.
Thank you. Right. Just for you, George, I'm not going to sing the Pingu theme song.
Oh, that's a bit sad.
George is just a bit of a silly Billy, if I'm honest. Can you invite me again, please?
Yeah. Just a second. There you go. And now
Thank you.
I should be making the custom
Oh, don't.
grid order. And it was Jack Hawkey, P2. Oh, this is going to be a difficult one. Because I've only got a picture after the Havoc. Badkins.
It's on task.
Okay.
Can you get another invite to Dynamo, please? Thank you. I don't have these people.
Maybe you can ask Matty to do that, because now I'm doing the grid order. I'm still waiting for a few people.
You also need to change the settings so it's 50%.
Yeah.
Yeah, just thought I'd remind you before you forgot.
Of course. Good idea. You know, I'm just gonna go in spectator quickly, and then we can get it all set up.
Cookie, if you subscribe to the stream, I'll sing the Pingu theme song.
I'm still waiting for Jay Wizzy.
Yeah, Matt's sorting invites out now.
Yeah, alright.
Well, what a shame, George. Right, we have everyone in, I believe, so
That's great news.
we can get the grid done and get back to racing.
That's what we like to hear. That should be everything sorted.
Are you sure?
Big Balls, P7, Footy, P8, Racer, P9, Dynamo, P10, Titchy, P11, Stumpy, P12, AJ, P13, Scouser, P14, Kilster, P15, Blade, P16, Two Spell, P17, Preferred is P18, Charlie, P19, and Vapor King, P20. Confirmed changes, and I think I'm just going to go through the rules again, just checking if everything is correct. And I think we're ready.
Right,
Yeah.
well, for the second time.
For the second time, we're going to start up the lobby, and hopefully we can get everything sorted. that's always a good start. When that happens, we know we're going to have a good race. But the thing is, if Jay Wizzy can break out of DRS within those first few laps, you could say he's, unless there's a safety car, he's won the race, because that is really, really, really broken. No dirty air and no one behind you. It's the way to go.
Let's hope this race isn't struck down by Welsh Wi-Fi.
Yeah. The mountaintop Wi-Fi. Sheep fire. Right, remember your setups.
Pick the right tyres.
I think someone forgot their setup.
And if you don't pick the right tyre, Wizard will murder you.
And that is actually fact. I saw him do it.
I don't think anyone actually pressed the button. I think that was another glitch.
Oh my god. This game just gets better and better day by day. Next year we're gonna be back to those 2D Mario Kart games.
40 years ago they thought we'd have flying cars. Can't even build a game about cars.
Yeah. I mean, building a car in real life is probably easier than making a video game about cars being realistic. As they kind of, did it before the internet was invented. Okay, so almost an hour since we first made the lobby. We should be returning to racing within a few minutes. So get your popcorn or your crisps or any snack that you might enjoy.
Got no popcorn, got no crisps.
Do have a lovely drink though.
I do have a lovely drink. I have a Fanta Fruit Twist in front of me.
Oh.
So
that is bloody naughty. I have sparkling water.
Right, we're going, it seems.
Yeah, and for everyone who has just joined the stream, we had to do a restart because of some
Welsh Wi-Fi.
Some unforeseen circumstances within the Wi-Fi department in Llanfairpwllgwyngyllgogogoch. Alright, and I don't think I set the time realistic, but we're going to have to deal with it. Jay Wizzy, of course, starting in pole. Jack Hawkey, P2. Matthew Rover, P3.
And everyone's got the right tyres on.
It's bloody beautiful. Couldn't have asked for anything better.
It's cause for celebration is what it is.
That is
exactly. Get the pints in.
Get the draw out the cupboard. Put the keg in. And enjoy. Well, the plane taking off is right outside my window. Unluckily, I live right next to an airport. So you're just going to have to deal with that. But now we try again. The strategy for the soft runners is going to be a soft medium time. So it's going to be soft till around lap 8 to lap 11. That's the window.
Interesting light switch on the grid. Between the first start and the restart. Tichy's now elected to go for the medium tyre.
Yeah, interesting choice.
As is well within his rights.
And I think it's the right choice in my opinion. The medium strategy
probably is
a very strong strategy. Of course, without a safety car within the first few laps. Now for the second time, going through the corner of death. Pretty much everyone following close behind. We love to see it.
I think they just want to get this over and done with and go to bed.
Yeah, of course. And that's of course fair enough. But let's hope it doesn't happen again, and if it happens again, we're just going to have to live with it. Because I don't know if anyone's up for another restart.
Yeah.
But
No, neither are we, Hilly, neither are we. But if there ever was a prime wizard strategy...
I've seen him pull off some massive strategic masterclasses.
There's a
Winning
car
races.
alarm going off. It's all
Everything's
going
going
on
Yeah.
as Vapor King pulls up to his grid slot. So for the second time...
I think we're going to stick to Wisey Boy, as we can see the lights from there. And we've got the honours.
We're going to have 5 lights in Bahrain. And we're racing for a second time in the EU2 season opener for season 9. Jay Wizzy gets a good getaway off the line. Jamie James is contesting into turn 1, but Matty's round the outside of Jack Hawkey. He leaves it in there at turn 3. So as they come out of turn 3, it's as you were at the front. Two Spell predictably has dropped to the back. Fake Scouser involved in an incident, I believe. Missing his... No, he's not missing any wing. But he has dropped to the back of the grid. Jay Wizzy has about a second gap over Jack Hawkey already.
I think there were some bits of wing down the order in turn, I believe that is turn 4. A few cars hitting each other and a few strategies absolutely ruined. But
Bad Ken's has damage, Footy has damage, Stompy's got big damage, Charlie and AJ have damage, so damage around the field.
damage galore.
Jack Hawkey back in that 1 second window, needs to stay there for another lap.
And Kelster Swag with the best start of the evening, up 5 places into the points. P10 for him.
Roland and Vapor King joining him up 5 places. Jamie James is going to be close to Matt into turn 1, but he's not going to do anything stupid just yet.
And anything
Oh,
stupid would be going for a move on Matty.
He's got big balls close behind. Matt could become easy prey for the Haas on this next lap. Out of that 1 second window, Jack Hawkey has managed to claw back half a second to the Alfa Romeo.
Wisey Boy. Now the field is dividing a little bit, but there's a train from Matty and it's all the way down to P11, where there's a 1.3 second gap to Profodis from Titch.
It's almost a train that Jarno Trulli would be proud of.
Just
As they come round to the second sector split. Matt's still not within that range. Jack Hawkey hanging on to the back of the Alpha.
I think it's the right time for Jamie to get past Matty if he wants to stick with the two in front.
Absolutely, he needs to pull something off, and he needs to pull something off rather sharpish.
Yeah,
Down into turn 1 once again. Is he going to look for something? Matt defends to the inside. Nothing doing just yet for the Haas.
Parks it on the exit there. He's going to have a go here on the second straight, and I think that is a move well done Yeah, just about past Matty Robbo. He's up into P3. He's got some catching up to do.
He certainly does, but Matt will hope he can hang on to the back of Jamie James just a little bit to keep the DRS.
As of course, unless Big Balls has something to say. Now he's going to be the next hunter to go after his prey. That is Matty Robbo.
Matt able to stick with Jamie James. He did get DRS. So does Big Balls. So he's going to have to be very rigid in his defence.
I think we might see Jack Hawkey though going for the lead of the race here though, as we're going to follow him.
He's certainly closing up to the Alfa Romeo. Jay Wizzy beats him on exit, but back comes the Red Bull. Not even using his overtake.
Oh!
Finds a way past. Oh, and clips him onto the grass.
That was very, very close. As I see, Badkins has some wing damage in P8. Still going.
It's a stern move from Jack Hawkey there, down into turn 1. Matt still hanging on to the back of Jamie James. They have gained 0.5 of a second.
Of course, the battling does do some damage on the gap. They have Jamie James almost within the second now.
Excuse me a moment.
So Jamie James is going to try and close the gap here. Matty Robbo still getting the DRS. Big Balls can't do anything. He's going to hang on with a hit.
Right, well, the shouting still noticeable, but it's not as bad as before. So hopefully that shouldn't come through on stream.
Was it just head out the window and shout, or was it?
No, it's just shut the window. The window was open. So Matt closing in towards Jamie James, and Jamie James closing in towards the top 2.
He's not going to have DRS though.
No, maybe not down this straight, but could Jay Wizzy? No, he's too far back, surely.
As we see Badkins losing his place to Dynamo, and that's a yellow flag. Is that Wizard?
It's a McLaren. It's Wizard going slow out of the final corner. Not sure what was going on there.
A moment on the curb, very plausible. Or possible. I was about to say. And Jack Hawkey still in the lead now, but Jay Wizzy, he wants to come back. Now Jamie James within a second of the guys in front of him. Is he going to get the DRS? Oh, it doesn't look like it. He's going to have to stick behind for another lap with Matty right in his heels.
And Jack just knows where to push his overtake button.
Absolutely.
Stern defence from the Red Bull. Alfa Romeo taking a tighter line through that corner. Comes out towards blank curve. Jamie James is now in the vicinity. He's in the area, he's arrived. The trolley train is moving.
And it's moving fast. Now, the train is even longer than before.
And Jamie James has picked up his ticket. He will have DRS this lap. So it's now time to reel Jay Wizzy and Jack Hawkey in as Jay goes down the inside of the Red Bull. Jack looking for a switchback though, doesn't get it.
I think Jay's going to have
Bad
the
exit
DRS
for the Red Bull. Now Jack has the rear wing open. He's going to go for the move back down into turn 4.
Oh, and he's going to go for the switchback with the helicopter cam, but he's just going to not be ahead enough. Jack Hawkey keeps the position. Very, very nice angle though.
That is a Thomas special that he went for right there. Switchback on the helicopter cam. Doesn't pay off for him, unfortunately. But we shall see if he'll be able to go for a move into turn 11. He seems to be locking up a little bit. down into turn 10.
It's a very
So-
tricky corner. So we're going to see a lot of guys locking their tyres. Of course, ABS runners going to have it easier in turn 10 and turn 1. Probably also turn 4.
Just lifting slightly through blank curve. Doesn't want to be affected too much by the dirty air coming off the back of that Red Bull. And he's actually doing better for battery. So, as they come out of the final corner.
Stick it out, hope for the DRS to pull him along. He's going to save some ERS by doing this.
Oh. Looked like he was defending from Jamie James a little bit there.
Jamie James, oh, he's getting very, very close. He's going to have to go a little bit wide through the corner there, just to not touch Jay Wizzy. But he's right behind him. Now Jay Wizzy is going to have to defend from behind because Jamie James is way closer to Jay than Jay is to Jack Hawkey. And Matty Robbo still following in hot pursuit behind Jamie James. It's really helped him with that DRS.
Oh, Big Balls gets very close to the back of Matt. Down into that harsh braking zone. Jay Wizzy closer now to Jack. Still saving the battery. Jack is burning down the straight.
Jay Wizzy's got almost a full battery to play with here. He's got the most out of everyone.
I think Jay Wizzy knows his plan. And he knows how to execute.
He seems to be very strategic.
Seemed to lose the back end a little bit there, but he's slowly reeling Jack Hawkey back in, out of the final corner.
Yeah, the tyres...
Will he be close enough this time? It seems Jack's going into the pits. Jay's going to stay out.
And that's going to be Jamie James' ticket. Yeah, it was about time for a switch to the medium tyres. Pretty much 40% for everyone who started on the soft tyre. But now,
and now Jamie James, is he close enough? Jay Wizzy's still not burning. He's not feeling the threat from behind of the Haas man.
Of course,
they need to both be careful. Oh, and Matt needs to be careful. Oh, get a bit slidey in the S's there. Big Balls maybe looking to capitalise on that.
I think we're going to see one or two of them going into the pit to lock off Jack Hawkey, who's had some free air coming out on his outlap. So we should see the soft runners, all of them, pretty much hit the pit. And I think that's going to gain Jack Hawkey a few positions.
Matt gets a very good exit down onto the back straight. He's going to burn a little bit. Jay Wizzy, as Charlie picks up the first penalty. So, Jay Wizzy, the leader. Does he box opposite? No. Jamie James does. Matt keeps going. Big Balls also in. Matt's tyres
and there's a spinner.
Aren't looking great. There is a spinner. That's an Alpine. It's Kelster. Is it?
It's AJ.
It's AJ. Kelster was losing position, so I thought it was him.
Yeah. And now, Jamie James has gone out on a soft tyre. He's going to go for the two-stop. That is an interesting and very, very bold choice. As I thought the two-stop would be slower, but maybe Jamie James knows something that I don't. He probably does, to be fair.
And importantly, he's lost out to Jack Hawkey.
Yeah.
About a second, you would say.
The undercut was just very, very powerful there.
Which would indicate Jay Wizzy is also going to lose out to Jack Hawkey.
He's only getting closer.
But with 2 lap younger tyres, maybe he can reel him in later in the Grand Prix. We'll have to see.
Matty staying very close to Jay Wizzy as well. He's done brilliantly so far. Racer just 1.5 seconds behind Matty, but I think we're going to see Jay going into the pits here. Same with Matty.
I think both of them might go in.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Matt stays out. Both stay out.
Very,
very late decision. Very late decision from Jay Wizzy, as Matt is going to look down the inside. Nothing doing for the McLaren. Jay Wizzy very wide in turn 1. So Matt's going to have the run to come back down him into turn 4. Is he going to burn any battery? No, he's just going to sit behind the Alfa Romeo. Let's not do anything stupid, boys.
Clever choice from Matty, sticking behind Jay Wizzy. Might save his race because that DRS does definitely mean a lot on this track. Racer can't really stick within it's 1.5 seconds he had before. So still extending the lead, but of course Jack Hawkey now within 20 seconds of Jay Wizzy. He's definitely going to undercut him by quite a bit.
I can't understand the strategical move from either of these, well, any of these guys, as Matt has a big slide out of turn 11, and that's going to allow Jay Wizzy to get away for another lap, should he choose to stay out. Matt's front left tyre is at 61%. It's feeling the effects. You need to pit, mate. Your time's running out.
And there he goes. I think, and Jay just kept going?
Matt going in and Jay staying out and Lewis staying out and Wisey staying out.
They're going to hope for a safety car.
Blade coming in and Roland stays out.
Very, very, very bold choices here.
And Matt is away from the box. Jack Hawkey coming down the start-finish straight.
He's going to get both.
He's going to lose out. He's going to lose out to big balls as well.
Jamie James regains the net P1. He is on the soft side, so he does have another stop to make. So Jack Hawkey, well in, truly could still be in a net P1 position.
And I don't understand the call from Jay Wizzy, really.
No.
If he's burning his ERS, so you would assume he's going to pit this lap. So we are going to see the Alfa Romeo come into the pits at the end of this lap.
He's lost.
But I can't understand the strategy call.
He's lost about 5 seconds to Jack. He's now Jack is now 18 seconds behind Jay Wizzy.
Does he think he's going to what? Does he think he's going to reel that advantage back in at the end of the race?
You know, Jack
on the newer tyres.
Jack is a very, very strong driver, so he might not be able to.
Yeah, here comes the Alfa Romeo then into the pits.
Yeah, about time.
And I believe, well, I know we're going to watch the Haas and the Red Bull and the Alpha Tauri and possibly even the McLaren fly past.
There they go. Jay Wizzy just about out his pit box. He's going to have a massive, massive gap to gain to Jack.
And there he is. He's lost out to Matt. He's lost out to Matt as well, so...
Yeah, Matt pitted the lap before. So it's only 1 lap younger tyres, which in my experience doesn't do that much.
Jamie James gets past Vapor King. So he's right on the tail of the fake Scouser.
And he's going to have to make it through the traffic quite quickly to build the gap that he needs to make his pit stop strategy work. And he's going to have to go past here or on the start-finish straight. He's going to try and do it here, though.
He's still got fake Scouser alongside, but I think, yeah, he's going to drop in behind coming up to blank curve.
And he just has so much more ERS to play with than fake Scouser.
Jack Hawkey burning a little bit. I don't know what the idea behind that was.
Razor
but
in the pits, same with Profodis.
gets
No.
past Vapor King before the DRS is even into play.
Profodis kept going and they're fighting. Tichy and Profodis are fighting. He's absolutely lost the advantage that soft tyre had. I mean, he's on 60% tyres. He's been saving, but he's been saving for far too long. It's about time to switch. Jamie James 3 seconds behind. Jack Hawkey, well, only about 5 seconds behind.
And Jack needs to get in. He's in the DRS range now. So, might even get past him down this straight.
You know, we're going to see Profodis probably pitting on this lap. He's already lost the DRS pretty much to Tichy. His tyres just don't have the life that they had. 10% more than Tichy in front.
But you have to think, Titch is trying to go for a one-stop medium soft. With the tyres looking like that, that's just not going to work.
I don't know. He might be able to pull it. He might be able to do enough, just enough. But he does seem to have been pushing. Now we're going to see Profodis hopefully going into the pits.
Oh, and there's a spinner. It is a Haas, I believe, and that'll be Eco's Blade. Off at blank curve.
As usual. There we go. Profodis done his pit stop now.
Oh, Fake Scouse has gone.
Oh.
And he lets his teammate past. Now, is he going to do a job for his teammate? That is the question.
He's going to have to keep Jay Wizzy behind for quite a few laps to do the distance. Because
what sort of job can the Fake Scouser do for big balls?
It's going to be interesting. Jay Wizzy, we know, has a lot of pace, especially on those absolutely fresh medium tyres since he pitted so late. But we're going to keep going. We're going to see. Probably even going to try and get past him here.
Fake Scouser hangs on to the DRS though, and he's burning. So this is going to be a valiant effort to stop Jay Wizzy getting past. He's going to have to drive the widest AlphaTauri you've ever seen.
Well, I think we're going to see Jamie James going for the lead of the race here on the start-finish straight. Right behind Titch, he just has such a tyre advantage.
Titch not even going to try and battle it.
No.
Jamie James already gone.
Clever thing to do from Titch.
Jay Wizzy pulls out of the slipstream, gets the move done on Fake Scouser, and there goes Matty as well on the AlphaTauri. And now Matt is up the inside of Fake Scouser, and he's on the curb. And that is not where you want to be down at turn 1.
Well, seems to be enough to make the move stick. He's just going to keep up with Jay Wizzy, who of course does still have the DRS from Big Bulls in front of him. Yeah.
A good effort, you would say, for Fake Scouser there, but not quite enough.
A valid effort. Valid effort. Racer gets a 3-second time penalty. The third person to receive a penalty of today.
And it's not going to be now, but it might well be next lap for Jay Wizzy on Big Balls.
Might as well be. He's going to
Jack slowly reeling Titchy in.
He's going to have the DRS.
He is going to have the DRS.
I think the two-stop strategy has failed Jamie James. He's got
very possibly. I said I didn't understand the two-stop call. I still don't understand the call.
Fastest lap. Quality lap after quality lap. He's going to have to hope for absolutely a safety car.
I'm going to give a bit of praise, and when Wizard watches this back, he'll enjoy this. He needs a Michael Schumacher-esque performance in that house to pull this out of the bag and make the strategy work.
As Jack Hawkey gets past Tichy up into a net P1. Only 2 seconds behind Jamie James.
And surprisingly, Two Spell Wizard is hanging on to P12. He's hanging in there.
Love to see
on
it.
those hards. He's actually in DRS range of Kelstersberg, but Kelstersberg on those fresh softs.
He just has so much more tyre, Kelster, than Mr. Two Spell. As I think it's the time for Jay Wizzy to get past FRL Big Balls. Yeah, but Jamie James not really extending the gap from Jack Hawkey behind. It looks like his tyres have dropped off to the point where they don't really have an advantage over the medium tyre. However, Jay Wizzy surely is going to go for the move here on Big Balls, and he has before the braking zone.
And he's got Matt behind him, and not very far behind him. Loses the back end a little bit, so it's going to be just settling into the train now, I think, up until the point where Tichy gets out of the way. Oh, and Matt nearly loses the back end. He was sideways out of that corner, and that's going to hurt his chances.
Yeah, 1.2 behind now. It's not going to be DRS, and I think
Some would say the curse of the commentator.
yeah, but we know Matty, and he's able to pull something off here. He's just going to have to use the ERS, sorry.
He's already back in range, but he's going to need to be quick about this final sector if he wants to keep the DRS next lap. It's going to be a bit of it. It's going to be a bit of battery burning down this back straight. Thought Jay Wizzy got past Titch for a second then.
Yeah, and I mean, Matty does have the tyre advantage over Big Balls.
And he is going to be within range for the DRS, as Jay Wizzy's going to look to get past Titch. And with the DRS, no overtake needed. It's going to look to be an easy move. Big Balls. Has he got Big Balls? He does. Down the inside of Titch. And I've been waiting to use that for 17 laps. As we managed to make it through the switchback section of turn 1, 2 and 3.
Matty Robbo also gains the position on Tichy.
Yeah, I don't think Titch is going to fight that too hard.
Yeah, Tichy almost in puncture territory. You'd think he wants to stop on this lap.
Very possibly 11 laps on the softs, who knows?
11
been
laps.
done.
I mean, we saw Jay Wizzy do 12. And I think it was Racer who did 13. No, that was Profodis. Profodis did 13 laps on a soft tyre.
On a fresh set, who knows? Matt settling in behind Big Balls.
Jack Hawkey really catching up to Jamie James, 1.4 behind.
And Jamie James's tyres, all but his front right, over 50%. Really punishing those Pirellis. The red banded tyre, notoriously not great at this circuit.
Yeah, well,
and he does pull into the pit lane. So Jack Hawkey will inherit the lead.
And you're going to have to hope for a masterclass here from Jamie James. Tichy also goes into the pits. Of course, a soft tyre can make it to the end from here. But Jamie James picks the medium. He had to, as that was his second soft stint. Was that the right strategic move from Jamie James? Of course it wasn't. He's outside the points behind Profodis. He's got a lot of catching up to do if he wants a role in this race. Looks like Jack Hawkey is losing quite a lot of time to Jay Wizzy. Jay Wizzy's chances are still there. He's got like, yeah, probably like half the tyre where Jack Hawkey
almost
has.
a 20% tyre advantage according to Tass, over Jack Hawkey.
Big Bulls and Matty Robbo still hanging on.
I mean, if the tyre advantage is anything like that between Matt and Big Balls, Matt could be in contention for something special. I can't say the P word. It's not allowed.
Yeah, we're going to stay silent, keep the mouth shut. Of course, Racer 6 seconds behind Matty, does have the time to catch up, but is he going to be able to? That's the question. Matty really close to the big balls of the driver in front. Is he going to go for the move? No, he's going to stick him behind. But of course, both of them does have the DRS, so it's going to be a hard one to pull off if he wants to go for the move on big balls.
And Jay Wizzy weaving down that straight, trying to desperately break the toe, and that's giving Jack, well, some hope in this race. No, Hilly, he'd already gone soft, so he had to pick mediums.
And it looks like Jack Hawkey is in exactly the same position as I was in last night. 51% on lap 20. He's easily going to be able to bring those mediums home.
But what position? That is the question.
Nice.
What position?
That's it. Jay Wizzy's right behind him, 2.2 seconds. It's going to be very close to the end of the race when he is going to try and pull off that move. Still not extend. He's still losing time. Tyre advantage is really, really on Jay Wizzy's side.
And Matt has the most battery out of the lot of them. Big Ball's burning to try and overtake Jay Wizzy. Matt just sitting behind. And Jack comes in.
Wow. So
he's going to strap the softs on. And indeed it is red striped soft tyres that the Red Bull team put on.
Why did he go for that? Jay Wizzy has been handed the lead.
But he's got Big Balls behind him. 3 lap older tyres.
He's going to be behind Jamie James. Titchy sets the fastest lap of the race on his fresh soft tyres.
Straight on. I don't know what that was about, but he's lost everything.
He's lost a second there.
He's now out of DRS range. I'm not sure what happened there. Well, the question is, will Jamie James be able to keep Jack behind, sorry.
Yeah, but now Jay Wizzy only needs to get Big Balls out of the DRS and then he can just run.
Matt desperately needs to hope for a battle here if he's in with any chance.
Yeah, but he does have that 5-second gap behind him, and from the pit stops that we have just seen, I doubt they're going to be able to catch up to the guys in front of them. And of course, Matty, Jay Wizzy and Big Balls all comfortably going to make it to the end without entering puncture territory. However,
Big Balls is in, Matt's in.
Matty's in.
Both of them in. Jay Wizzy, you would say, has been handed this race victory.
Yeah.
It's soft for Matt.
And now we're going to see.
And it's going to be soft for Big Balls.
Now, why did they go for that? I will not be able to understand.
Maybe the Jack Hawkey pit stop just put a bit of doubt in the minds.
Well, I mean, he does have... He is now back in the points. He was out the points, though.
And Jay Wizzy, he's on perfect tyres.
Absolutely. He's... The other guys, I was sure they were going to make it easily to the end. However, Stumpy's just retired. Is that going to be a safety car? And
that's blocking the pit lane. It's a VSC. It's blocking the pit lane. It's a full course safety car.
Now, Jay Wizzy doing the smart thing is going for the soft tyre. However, he doesn't... Well, he does need to, because everybody behind him is going to go for the pit stop. Now, that's instantly put Jack Hawkey and Jamie James back into the race. Jamie James is also Also going to go for a soft tyre.
Everyone not on softs should pit to softs immediately, you would think.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And we're going to have 2 laps under this safety car. So,
Jay Weezy, I think,
there's
is still
Jay
going to have the
Wizzy.
lead after the pit stop. But we're going to see, we're going to see.
And this safety car has come at a perfect time for Neil, Wizard.
Absolutely. P5. He's done 21 laps on the hard tyre.
What's going on? Joey James carries on. And he's going to lead the race.
And Jack Hawkey right behind him. Jack undercutting Jay Wizzy. Jay Wizzy in P3. But of course, he's got the freshest tyre out of everyone.
And through the pit stops, there is Matt back to P6. So, a shaken up order. Everyone in the pit lane.
I don't know.
What's going to happen?
I don't know if Jamie James is going to be able to keep that.
It's going to be, what, 6 laps to go?
Yeah, 6 laps, yeah.
Most of these
5, 6
softs
laps.
have had no racing laps put on them.
Yeah, some of them does have a little bit of tear and wear from qualifying. However, doesn't really affect the overall.
No,
race
they
pace.
don't. We've had a restart, they don't.
Oh.
These are all fresh softs with no racing laps on them
That
at
is,
all.
of course, true. Now, I'm just seeing the 3 to 2% on each tyre, thinking Jay Wizzy's only got 0. It must be something, but of course it was Big Balls and Matty who've both pitted the lap prior.
And Titch, out of nowhere, is suddenly in a really good position. Yes, his softs are 3 laps old, but he's in a very good position.
Yeah, that safety car's definitely shaken up a lot of things. I think the only logical thing for Jamie James is to just try and do whatever he can. Of course, he's going to have a big struggle being on medium tyres. If he had just pitted, he would have been around P5, innit?
He would have been around P5.
To be
Now,
fair,
could there be some...
we're still waiting for Charlie and AJ.
Yeah, I was going to say, could there be some naughty driving?
Naughty. Some cheeky driving from Charlie. He's going to catch up easily, though. However, not without pitting again, because he's just not got a front wing.
Ah, well, there we go. We might see another lap under safety car.
And, of course, you're going to have to be pushing as hard as you can to catch up to the safety car. And that could lose you a wing or 2. Hopefully he's not going to do the same twice.
Got a long way to go to the end of that pit lane.
Oh yeah, we're going to see another lap on the safety car, I reckon. Unless the game decides that there's been safety car enough. And
I mean, if AJ's there, it might just go without him.
that is definitely possible.
Seen it all before.
And he's gonna let the safety car go. Does he? Is the safety car gonna come in? Surely not. Nope.
Seems
Stay out.
not. I was going to say, if AJ was driving at the back deliberately slowly, you're not really allowed to do that. But seems like he was catching up, just very slowly.
And surely that's going to be the last. This is going to be the last lap under the safety cars. Charlie now has caught back up to the field. Now this is definitely maybe this
Oh,
is the
Jamie
recipe
James.
for
Oh, feigns to the pit lane.
a cheeky little step over from Jamie. But
I'll see him prime Ronaldo then.
yeah, prime Ronaldo, prime Messi, prime Everett, prime Zidane. Just doing a cheeky little Zidane. What's that called?
One
The
step
roulette.
over, body feint inside, roulette.
Yeah. Now we're just gonna need to see a good finish for Jamie James.
Prime Nanny.
Prime Nanny. Yeah.
I was hoping that we didn't have to do another lap on the safety car because it's boring. But there we go.
Now Charlie has caught back up.
Get to chat was under the safety car. It's great.
Now, what do you reckon? I think Matty does definitely still have an opportunity for the podium here.
No, I'm just looking out at the chat. Oh, that was close from Jack. It was very close.
Maybe a little too close. Now a second gap between the two. He's going to ease it off and take it easy. Take it easy, Jack. You've got plenty of race to overtake. Left. Well, it's going to be 4 laps.
But he has got a charging Italian car behind.
Yeah. A rocket in a straight line. Jay Wizzy.
Now, we pray that the safety car comes in, unlike last night. Yeah!
Yep. And there we go. We're going to follow Jamie James for the restart. I'm just going to enable the telemetry so I can see when he goes. I think he's going to try and go early here. Seems like the right choice.
Well, ideally, he's looking to build up as big a gap as possible. Gives him the best chance with 4 laps to go, as Don Amo has gone into the back of Racer, seemingly. Safety car's in the pit lane.
And there, he doesn't go. He keeps it.
It's not erratic, so he's well within his rights. He's warming those tyres up very aggressively. He's going to go right to the line, is he? Yeah, right to the line.
Oh, we see a yellow flag. But we keep going. Now.
And Matt's past Titch. Big balls round the outside of Jay Wizzy.
Oh, that was some exciting racing already to start off with. Now Titchy down to P7 already. He does have the used tyres, so not really anything didn't expect there, but 2 spell up into P8. Good race from him. Oh, and we have 2 crashers. That is Prefodas and Badkins. No, Prefodas and Don Amo.
Not quite sure what happened to Badkins.
Nah, he had a
Michael, please no
car.
safety car.
Michael. No, Michael, no. Michael.
No, Mikey, no, this is not right.
No, Mickey, no.
As
That
Jack
cannot be
Hawkey,
right.
he's on the back of Jamie James, and I'm sure if Steve was watching, he would be having some very bad flashbacks.
Well, here comes Jack Hawkey. Now, Jay Wizzy right behind him. He's going to have to try and make a move because he does want the Jamie James P1. However, Jack is just going to use every single bit of his ERS. Down to half the battery. Is he going to go for the move here? No, he's going to stick behind.
Oh, Jay Wizzy nearly into the back of the Red Bull. He's going to have the run on Jamie James. The better exit. Battery on, overtake on, Jamie James straight to the edge of the track. Is Jack going to get round the outside? He's late on the brakes. He's right to the edge of the track.
Oh, we're going to have a Oh, is Jay Wizzy getting involved here?
And it's move completed for Jack. Jay staying out of it. Jack running over the curb. Those older tyres on Jamie James's car not helping at all.
He's doing brilliantly low. He's very, very good on those medium tyres, even though they are older. But Jack Hawkey's not now going to be looking to extend a gap that he can work with.
DRS will be enabled next lap, so Jack wants to use this advantage of having a blocker. He's every lap, Jay Wizzy nearly into the back of Jamie James. Every corner. As the train moves from side to side.
He's going to go for it here. Oh, and they touch.
And that's Jay Wizzy sideways. Loses out to Big Balls.
Was that the right choice to go for it at that moment?
I think it was a bit aggressive from Jay.
Wasn't the right time. However, Big Balls is going to go around the outside of Jamie James. It's going to go too wide into turn 2. And now Jay Wizzy finally gets past Jay.
Jay Wizzy off the track. Is that an illegal overtake? It certainly looked like it to me.
He's going to keep it though. He's going to keep the position without getting the penalty. Big Balls, however, now a 1.2 second gap to Jack Hawkey. That looks to me like he has... Oh, and there's a yellow flag, and that is Vapor King, and he's out of the race.
Michael. No safety car.
No, Michael, no.
Please, Mikey, no safety car.
No safety car, just a yellow flag.
Jay Wizzy up the inside.
Now he's going to be looking to absolutely abuse the ERS that he has left. 18%.
And Matt is, to use a popular phrase, up the chuff of Big Balls. And he's got all the ERS in the world if he wants it. DRS will be open.
Matty is going to be right on the rear of Big Balls. However, Big Balls...
Oh, 3 wide!
Oh! Oh, they both go past Jay Wizzy, who's just lost out on his ERS deployment. However, Matty, can he get a good exit here? If he gets a good exit, it looked like he got a good one, and he has. He's in P2. Big Balls has to let him pass there. He does have the inside.
Oh, Jay Wizzy.
What is going on with Jay Wizzy's tyres?
Got tagged by Big Balls.
Now Matty in P2 on the last lap of this race. It's looking like it's going to be going the Welsh way of Jack Hawkey. However, Matty Robbo right behind him. Within a second, is he going to be able to pick up the pace and just capitalise on a mistake from Jack Hawkey? He does have more ERS. It's getting very, very small, the gap. I think Jack Hawkey's just taking it slow, taking it easy. He knows he doesn't have to do a mistake. However, there is a yellow flag. Michael, no.
Please, no safety car.
No safety car. But it's looking like Jack Hawkey is going to hold him off for long enough, as he's going to go down the penultimate corner. He's going to wriggle around a little bit, and he goes home in P1. Matty Robbo, P2. Big Balls, P3. Jay Wizzy, P4. Jamie James, P5. Wizard, P6. Wisey Boy, P7. Racer, P8. Footy, P9. And Tichy picking up the last point of today in P10. Fake Scouser, P11. Ooh, Blade is going to stay behind Batkins. Charlie P13 though, Batkins P14. However, are we going to see a race to the line? We are, and it's going to be Blades who's taking that. Blades in P14, Batkins in P15. Don Ammo coming around the final corner. P16 for him as Kelster Swag finishes off in P17. What a brilliant race we've just witnessed. Whew. That was some magical racing on that last lap.
That was worth the wait.
Definitely worth the wait. I'm exhausted after that. Just watching.
And that is an all British podium to start the season off.
It's beautiful as Adrian Newey is on the left of the McLaren driver, getting a bit of champagne. That's got to be Adrian Newey, right?
It is Adrian Newey, yeah. Big Baldy, the smartest man. Well, one of the smartest men on the planet, Adrian Newey.
Oh, most definitely. So, going through the final positionings of today, Jack Hawkey picks up this first win of the season. In the first race, Matty Robbo, P2, picks up his first podium together with Big Balls in P3. Jay Wizzy, P4. Jamie James, P5. Wizard, P6. Jack Wisely Boy, P7. Racer, P8. Footy, P9. Titchy, P10. Fake Scouser, P11. Profodus, P12. Charlie, P13. Blade, P14. Batkins, P15. Dynamo, P16. And Kelster Swag finishing off in P17. Rounding off the last of the finishers. What a race.
What a season opener. What more can you say?
That was good fun, as Hilly says. I'm going to invite the podium to the party. And that was, of course, Matty, Big Balls and Jack Hawkey. Yes, lad. If I can spell his name right. I'm getting him in. Now, what's the last digits on his PSN? 97. I think it was Big Balls in third. Gonna have it. And then we had Jack Hawkey, of course, winning the race. Oh yeah, of course. That's yeah, should be able to now. I need to calm down after that. But we're gonna get the interviews shortly. We're just waiting for P3 and P1 to join the party.
Let's go!
I have to admit, mate, I had some muted celebrations in the commentary box.
Oh, that was sweaty.
I bet. That move, just that scene down the start-finish straight on the last lap. What a moment. 3 wide.
I was thinking I was going to get one, didn't think I was going to get both.
Just gonna see if I've missed something here. I think I have. There is a friend request.
It's a privilege to watch.
Watching the front four anyway, most of the race.
That was a
It was
popcorn
fantastic.
race.
I did say it in the middle of the race. I don't have any popcorn. I don't have any crisps. But if I did, it is a popcorn moment.
Alright. I'm giving Balls 2 minutes.
Oh.
He should be joining any minute now. As we look at the beautiful livery of last year's Red Bull.
The world champion.
The world champion winning car. The championship winning car, of course, driven by a temperamental Dutchman, half Belgian, Max Verstappen, who now uses number 1 instead of number 33.
As some fans like to say, MV0, because they are children.
Of course, but it is MV1, and if they can get the car fixed and up and running, it might as well be MV2.
It could be.
Any minute now, he should be here. Oh, he can't find the party. That's unlucky. I'm going to send him another invite. If you don't... There you go. There you go. No worries, no worries. So, Big Balls, I'm going to start off with you. So...
Sorry. I need to have a word with you after this, Matt, because I'm not getting through the next 2 weeks.
Interesting race from our point of view. You was always up there in the fight for a podium position, but I thought you made the mistake when going for that pit stop on the lap before the safety car. Was there any doubt in your mind that you wouldn't get the podium today?
Yeah, I was never even going for a podium, to be honest. I just wanted to try and finish in the top 10. Because looking at the pace of the lads in the tier, I thought, I'm going to struggle. So, yeah, I was just basically trying to finish the race and get in the top 10. And, yeah, when I seen everybody staying out on the softs after the first stint and I'd gone in, I thought, I think I might have made a bit of an error. Because without a safety car, yeah, I wouldn't have got back anywhere near the front three, I don't think. Like you said, so yeah, I was very lucky, I think, with that safety car.
Yeah,
lucky and unlucky. If it was a lap later, I would have been very, very lucky.
Was there a reason for you to go for that pit stop for that second pit stop off the medium tyre there? Was it because the tyre just wasn't feeling good towards the end there?
Yeah, it was getting up around, I think it was about 50% worn. So I was kind of doubting if I would get to the end without spinning, basically. So I just thought I'd go for the safer option and try and get some points on the board first race instead of having that pressure of trying to get the points. So yeah, that was my theory behind it. I just thought I'd rather finish than take the risk on these mediums and end up spinning, DNFing basically.
Yeah, well, congratulations, especially since it's your debut.
Yeah,
go and enjoy
thank you very much.
Your P3.
Yeah, will do. Thank you very much. Cheers, lads.
Matt, first off, congratulations. A great podium. Good qualifying and a good race. How was that for you?
Well, the last 5 laps, I was sweaty, very clammy. Not gonna lie, very clammy. And then, strategy-wise, it's it was difficult. I was speaking to Neil and I was like, the tyres are going to be very tight here if they're going to make it to the end or not. So I think my left front would have been into the mid-70s, which possibly is pushing puncture territory. So
I was monitoring your left front.
Yeah, and I was just like,
getting a bit leery.
I was like, can I deal with the fact if I get a puncture right at the end and I lose the podium? I don't think I can comprehend that. So I thought, I'll just go for the 2-stop. I mean, most of the top 5 were going to go for a 2-stop anyway. So yeah, I wouldn't have lost out too much, and I would already probably backed myself to, like the rest of the boys, to try and get back through the field, really.
With that pit stop before the safety car, sorry, was that just you feeling again, as Big Balls was asked, that the tyres were going, or was that a little bit of doubt with the Jack Hawkey stop?
It was more. It was like I was trying to calculate it and work it out at the same time whilst driving. I was thinking, oh, if I'm going to stop, I'm going to have to stop now for it to work. So that's why I stopped, really, because I think if I left it another lap or so, then I wouldn't have enough time to make the ground back up. So it was sort of just right, I'm going to commit to it. I'm going to have some fun trying to drive back through the field, and then that was it, really.
Ended up being the right decision, didn't it? Because the safety car came and saved you.
Well, the safety car came in, and I was thinking, oh, please, can everyone pit? That'd be very nice. And most people did. But once it first came out, there was a lot of expletives that was sort of thrown that way. But yeah.
I understand you. Good timing for your team, mate, though.
Yeah, it was good time for two-spell, and managed to bring home some double points from McLaren, which I think were a bit more than what we expected. But yeah, good start.
Once again, congratulations on that P2, and hopefully many more.
Let's not push ourselves here. Let's enjoy the moment.
Didn't want to mention the P word.
Cheers, mate.
Alright, and moving on to Jack Hawkey, our winner from today. First of all, congratulations. Absolutely brilliant job from you today. Spinning out or not even moving off the line in session 1.
We won't talk about that. I got very lucky that I got to race tonight.
But the second session was absolutely yours from start to finish, absolutely showing your pace. Was there ever any doubt in your mind that you would not make the podium?
Oh no, there's a lot. Like when I joined the EU2 and I looked at the lineup, like coming from EU4, like that's what I was looking forward to the most. Everyone's like so close on pace, and it's just the entire race was just so intense. Like it was crazy. It's just it was mental. The last safety car did save me, obviously, because Jay Wizzy did say he was going to the end. I don't think I would have caught him. But yeah, it was a crazy race. A lot of fun though.
Well, that was always good to hear. My next question was going to be about the tyres. Why did you decide to do the pit stop? We were questioning it in the booth. We were thinking that you were going to go for the one stop there.
Which stop you went for the first one?
The second one there.
Oh, no, I couldn't have gone to the end. I pitted on lap 7 or 8 on mediums. I wouldn't have got to the end, no chance.
All right, well, pretty much always in the top 3 throughout the whole race. Of course, you saw Jamie James go in to the soft tyre for the 2-stop. Were you thinking about doing the same thing, or did you think he just absolutely masterclassed the strategy there?
I think me and him had the same strategy, but it was just reversed. Like mine was always soft, medium, soft in the end, and his was obviously soft, soft, medium. But to be fair, if he didn't stay out on the last safety car, I think Jay Wizzy would have gone me comfortably because he had fresh softs after the safety car. So thank God he stayed out, to be honest, because he did a good job of holding him up for me when I go past. And then all of a sudden, Matty's behind me. I don't know what the hell's going on. But it was just chop and change. It was crazy.
Well, once again, congratulations on finishing in first and being the winner of round 1 in season 9. Of course, it's always me, Marina Rat, today joined by Pure Blades, and we're going to be thanking you for coming and enjoying this race along with us, and we're going to hope for you to have a very good night.